Welcome back to Arkansas Bigfoot, everybody. Glad you all made it out to the woods with us this evening. Thought we better keep up with our weekly tree maintenance and get these treats out here before somebody throws a fit. Yeah, I thought I'd better take the opportunity to draw a couple lines in the sand, so to speak. We get a lot of comments and suggestions to go watch what this one has done or compare ourselves to what the other one has done and things like that. We don't spend a lot of time watching other people's channels for the simple fact that we don't want to cloud up the water that we're standing in for the things that we're experiencing and seeing. Everyone's got their own thing. Everyone's got their own experience. And we're not on here for any kind of hidden political agenda. We're not on here trying to push out any kind of religious agenda. This entire Sasquatch Bigfoot thing is entirely fascinating. And it's intriguing, and we enjoy coming out here and doing this, and that's the reason why we're here. If that's not a good enough reason for other people, well, I'm sorry, but that's the way it is.
You've been busy back here?
Yeah.
I think this is all new.
You know, we said a few videos back that we weren't going to get caught up in any kind of tug of war between this one said that and that one said this, and I mean to stick to it. It's that simple. Everybody enjoys watching all the different videos, and I get that and I understand that, and not a thing in the world wrong with it. But we're doing our thing and they're doing their thing. It's that simple.
I think these people might have a different personality about them than some, and it wouldn't really be fair to compare to other people's experiences, because that may not be, you know, the truth about it everywhere. We've been lucky, blessed, and we're grateful. And there is a lot of good research going on out there. But Kenny's right, it wouldn't be fair to try to make these guys measure to anybody else's experience. Yeah. I guess for me, there's so much that I don't know about them that I really didn't try to come in with any presupposed idea.
Yeah, here's a little analogy. I did gun repair for several years, almost 30 years, and worked on the shooting ranges and fixed people's mechanical issues that they had, and people would want shooting lessons and things like that. And some of the very best students were the ones that were totally inexperienced. The simple reason they had not already developed a bunch of bad habits. They were able to look at it for what it was in front of their face and go with it. start depending too heavily on what works for somebody else, well, it may not work for you. We knew that one wouldn't last either. There's a something.
I think it might be the young female.
Another one coming up to it there.
Well, maybe Junior didn't get this one.
Yeah, it may have been the little one.
They've been in the box. There's actually a little tiny hand in the box. Right here. I don't see claws.
You'll have to move over so I can get to it.
I don't see claws, but anything's possible. It's up on the left, kind of below that bark or leaf.
Yeah, our light's kind of low this evening, so it might not show up.
It's the first time I've seen a little hand in it like that. Little tiny.
just a second. I made this last night and I wanted to leave it out here. Now this right here.
Okay.
Made another little Orgone cube to leave out here. It's copper and steel and quartz and aluminum shavings in a resin block. If I can get my EMF meter to work for you, I'll show you the difference between our baseline reading and then when you put that next to it. Alright, so we're on 52 as a baseline.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on. Just lay it on there. Right there. And it's dropped down to 47.
It's about 5 point difference.
But it seemed like when we brought the others out and left them and they used them for their wheel back here, it kind of thinned out the veil, I guess is the correct word to term for it. A little easier to punch through.
Yeah, I can agree. A lot changed after those blocks came out here.
Always with the planes. Figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw them every time we came out here and then quit bringing the phone out and quit seeing or hearing them. I brought the phone out today because I wanted to show the EMF meter and the cube on there. Here comes the planes.
Hard to say, but odd.
And he is coming in pretty low and slow. Stand still for a second. He's circling back around. All right. I guess he liked the taco shells. They were cleaned out at that other tree, and I see the box on the ground up here.
One of those days where it feels like he's not horribly far off, just waiting for us to get done. know if like a stick or something was poked on top of it, but the foot's underneath that. He's growing.
Look, you even got non-GMO taco shells. How fancy is that?
He's probably going, what is going on?
Oh, man, these got no flavor at all.
And the box is like, you can see where it's
Grabbed it and crunched it.
getting a hold of it to pull that out. I don't want to lose this Orgone block.
Well, the last time we brought those 3 out, I hid them at 3 different trees at the base of the tree, and I think I'll do the same with this one and see if they find it. Looks like there's another bag laying over in the creek bottom. Oh man, check this out. Over here at the nest.
Do I see the beads and stuff? I'll have to go over and check it out. Goodness. There's a foot here. That water was up pretty good last time we were out here, so
Yeah, he'll be mad at us now because we only brought a little tiny peanut butter jar.
he'll be all right.
Got a full bag of popcorn and an apple.
We all get lessons in gratitude, including Junior. There's the beads. Feet in it. New ones. The last ones we found were up there on the left where the pine straw is. I don't know if that's Big Daddy or if Junior's graduated into
I think he's graduated into trying to make big boy stuff.
It's kind of what I'm feeling, like he's trying to follow some valuable footsteps. Very cool. Of course, then we've got the little ones, so maybe they were trying to give them better cover if they run amok. Those feet weren't too big.
Your rock's upside down.
My rocks are upside down. Why would our rocks be upside down?
one was off of there last time when we came back. Now it's on the bottom.
I call Mama because it's wider, although it's a little bigger. And she's got a middle toe that's a little longer. Something's been shredding this bark. A lot of flat spots around the bottoms of these trees over here, so it's just, I think they just kind of hang. Feels like a good spot to hang out though.
I guess all that looks the same.
It's back. I think the quartz point was up here. These were going across. These are different. I about need to go back over a picture to see exactly. I'm not messing with it, but this is different. This was a square. Inside of a triangle, it was that square, and now it's a triangle in a triangle. Okey-dokey.
It wasn't much of a challenge for him the last time when I left those blocks out here. I'm deciding where to put this one.
Or you could just leave it as a gift, if they're gonna find it anyway.
Yeah, this looks like it's just been steamrollered out.
Yeah. You know, when we first started coming out here, we only sensed basically 3. And then as time went on and we started going over different parts of the woods, and later, different video, like, it just felt like there was half a dozen and then a dozen. And I don't know, you know, a lot of people have asked if they have the ability to travel to wherever, and it's a really good question, and I would intuitively say that they must, if some kind of something squish that, if some kind of word or thought was put out there that there was a safe space, maybe they did have some join them. But they all seem to be equally peaceful, so I'm okay with that. Look at this. Oh, it was the angle, okay. It was the angle of that huge vine. It's got those logs in it. But from over there, it looked like a teepee structure. And of course, there's an X on the right. Of course. In the mud here. Here's a smaller one. This must be the there's toes here and the heel is here, so it's about the same size as the one that was in front of the gifting tree, but it has a narrow heel. And I think Anku interjected something about twins, so it could be that they are one male, one female, perhaps.
We didn't bring enough peanut butter.
No, we definitely did not bring enough peanut butter. the way I am about cheesecake and saying there is no such thing as enough cheesecake, I'm pretty sure there's no such thing as enough peanut butter for these guys. A lot of folks ask about their favorite foods, and I think they truly enjoy fruit, at least in this region. It's naturally sweet to them though, and they like the suckers and the popcorn and the peanut butter. Honestly, except for a few sour grapes that got to them without real thought behind it, we've never seen them
Turn down too
turn
much
down
of
anything.
anything. Yeah.
Why does it feel different?
Everything back here feels a little weird tonight.
Yeah. Keep thinking I'm seeing Junior. I don't know if you can get a close up, but there's like a cone head right here in front of me. See the sapling? We could go past the sapling about 30 feet maybe. 25, 30. Something. May just be because I'm feeling him so strong. Here.
Yeah, I heard it. Well, we've got a little bit of daylight left. Let's walk back there just a ways and see if we can see anything moving around.
Okay.
That is little. That's barefoot.
So it's fairly deep too, so there's still a lot of density to it.
All kinds of little footprints through this. You can definitely tell it's summertime. I think everyone that has a motorcycle's been out on it tearing it up the last few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's head on and go over across the creek. It'll start losing some daylight out here. It won't record worth sour grapes. Well, that one looks new. I don't remember it at all.
No, I don't either.
We got 2 X's, and then the big limb stuck down in the bottom of that, and then some more kind of scattered around like they're not quite done with it yet. That one,
Framed out.
that one's upside down, hanging up in there.
I think the young ones are getting a lot more mobility. I don't know if it's because they've been watching us for so long, but it seems to me that we find a
Oh, look, all around these, you see these
steady
standing spots.
trackway of the young ones. Junior isn't real reserved with it.
There's one of our cups laying right there. Alright guys, well we've come full circle around the back side of that first gifting tree. I think we're going to head on up to the house. We will catch you on the next time. Thanks.